I'm incredibly suspicious right now of CD PROJEKT RED and what their master plan is, because they just keep revealing very big projects that aren't coming out for years and years and years. In fact, they've announced an entire trilogy of Witcher games. They've talked about Cyberpunk 2, which is now in pre-development, and today they announced a full-blown Witcher remake, which is starting to make me think they're trying to be bought. CD PROJEKT RED wants to be acquired. But let me talk about their announcement and then sort of put on my tinfoil hat. What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So here we are over on thewitcher.com, and it says, hey, guess what? The Witcher Remake is now in development. I actually gotta say, I do enjoy this big old flaming logo. Very spicy, very dramatic, but it says this: hello, it's October 26th, and we are thrilled to announce that The Witcher Remake is being worked on. That's right, the game that started it all is being rebuilt from the ground up in Unreal Engine 5. Now, even from the start, this is an incredibly interesting idea. I mean, going back to the original game and trying to match the quality and hopefully the scope of something like Witcher 3 with Unreal Engine 5 graphics, I feel like this game is definitely going to be a big success whenever it's finally done in many, many years. The game is currently in the early stages of development at the Polish studio Fool's Theory, where veteran Witcher series staff are involved. We, as CD PROJEKT RED, are providing full creative supervision. The Witcher Remake is what you might know as the codename Canis Majoris. It's still early, and we want to ensure that the game is created with the utmost care and attention to detail. Therefore, while we're excited to share this news with you, we want to ask for your patience, as it will be a while until we start to talk about the project in detail. Now, this specifically is what makes it so incredibly suspicious to me, is that lately, CD PROJEKT RED has been revealing a lot of code-named projects, and I'll be honest, a lot of them do sound good. A lot of these are at least enticing ideas. But that's also kind of my issue, is that as this currently exists, these are ideas. I mean, as this game is, I mean, it's probably just drawings on a piece of paper. There's probably hardly any concept art, and yet they're coming out and talking about it. CD PROJEKT RED's stock price completely tanked 2 years ago. When they originally released Cyberpunk 2077, because of the bugs, because of it being delisted on the PlayStation Store and stuff like that, they lost like 70% of their total market value in just a matter of days. I mean, they technically lost billions, like literally billions of dollars of company value. But ever since then, obviously they've done a bunch of big updates, a bunch of big patches. Right now, Cyberpunk has become this very popular game once again, in large part because of the Cyberpunk anime being so fantastic. I think this is all part of a master plan, which is smart, but I think it's a little bit misleading. Like any smart company, of course, CD PROJEKT RED is trying to be as smart as possible to make sure that they're not just making great games and making great profit, but, you know, have investors, have that outside influence. I am starting to think that their goal here is to keep announcing games that obviously we want to see. I want to play a Witcher remake. I want to play Witcher 4. I honestly just cannot wait to see what the heck Cyberpunk 2 is even going to look like. But that excitement also does translate into market value. And I do think that if they could, the Witcher team, the entirety of CD PROJEKT RED, they would like to be acquired. I do think that the guys who have made these games, probably, if they could have somebody show up and offer them a $10 billion paycheck or whatever crazy amount it would be, I think they'd absolutely take it. Something about their tone here, like normally inside the games industry, you don't talk about something the second it begins development. I mean, the way it works here is usually in the gaming industry, we talk about show don't tell. Instead of saying a game exists or announcing the writing team or the art team, usually you just show us a trailer, some gameplay, some big stunning tease that's going to hype us up so we can know when we're going to pre-order it, right? That's the way this business works. So this whole line of, hey, we're going to do this right, so please be patient, I think they're just trying to make themselves look as lucrative as possible. But even still, like, this is a tweet by Susie Hunter, the original version of the original Witcher game is very, very janky. Even the enhanced edition is very funky to try and play. Even if this remake ends up being smaller or, not as grandiose as something like Witcher 3 was, I am personally very, very, very excited about it. I want to see how this game looks. I want to see how this game plays. I mean, it would be insane if it ends up being, if they manage to somehow match the scale of even something like Cyberpunk 2077, it's going to be very truly insane to see it in action. But whatever it turns into, I am hesitantly hyper hyped. If you've ever read the Witcher books, I kind of think that the earlier years of Geralt are almost more interesting than his later escapades. There's so many different time periods. A guy who's practically ageless, who's been doing this for so long, there's a lot of interesting untold and unshown stories as of yet. Beyond just the Witcher TV show, beyond just the Witcher books, beyond the Witcher short stories, beyond the Witcher video games, there's still a lot of juice inside this universe that I want to see developed. But what do you guys think? Does this seem cool to you? Does this seem like a big old bunch of malarkey? And do you believe my completely unfounded conspiracy theory that CD PROJEKT RED wants to be bought? I know I'm wearing my PlayStation shirt today, but I think there's a good chance that Xbox may swoop in there as well because they have the trillions to fund it. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. This is kind of insane, I'll be honest with you. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.